This episode is brought to you by Fox One. Watch all 104 matches of the FIFA World Cup live in 4K for just $19.99 a month with 3 days free. Build your own multi-view, choose up to 3 streams, and follow player spotlights. Stay on top of every moment with live stats, highlights, and instant replays. The FIFA World Cup, streaming live on Fox One. Offers are subject to change. See fox.com for complete terms and conditions.
Adobe Firefly is the all-in-one creative studio with AI-powered image and video editing for today's creative process. Built for creators of every kind, Firefly helps you generate, edit, and experiment fast. Because the asks aren't getting smaller, the budgets aren't getting bigger, and the timelines, oh yeah, still tight. With all the best creative AI models in one place, Firefly brings your ideas to life. Unlock a better way to make with Adobe Firefly.
Nuances I put in my Philly Sillys books, they've actually come true. It's really weird. So the next book, I'm going to put the Phillies winning the World Series. So hopefully that works. And then I'll know that I can really make this happen.
Started as a kid with a team to believe in. Every win and loss left my heart still beating. Year after year through the rain and the sun. Learning that faith is what makes us strong.
The kick is up, and the kick is good afternoon, and welcome back to the Superfan Diaries. I'm your host, J.R. Green, recording from our studios on Broadway in downtown Nash Vegas, bringing you the biggest sports, the biggest moments, and the biggest fans, celebrating passionate sports figures and their unique stories. Yes, legends. Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share your own game day traditions or stories online. Today, we're going to Philadelphia. I'm J.R. Green, and this is a story about what happens when a lifelong Phillies sports fan takes everything she loves, baseball, romance, goofball humor, witches, fan fiction, and a healthy obsession with the Savannah Bananas, and puts it all in a book. Actually, 11 books. Before the thousands of 5-star reviews, before she had readers across the country screaming about baseball puns, and like I said earlier, some of these baseball puns will get your attention, and book boyfriends, before she built an entire fictional banana ball team in Philadelphia. Hope you're listening, Savannah Bananas. There was a 7-year-old in Pennsylvania who got her first book published in first grade and read it aloud to the class to rave reviews. Her words, not mine. She called it a power trip at 7 years old. That should tell you everything you need to know. She's a Phillies fan, a Flyers fan, a Star Wars and Outlander devotee, and self-published indie author of 11 books and counting, and the woman behind one of the most unexpectedly fun sports romance series out there right now, the Philly Sillys baseball series. Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Iwancio. Welcome to the show, Kristen.
Hi, everybody.
Great having you here. I love all the backdrop, the fun. Look at all the different... By the way, when I see the Phillies, I get so confused because they're supposed to be green. It's supposed to be the green city. I mean, I think the mascot's even a green chicken or something like that. But I see a blue Philly mascot behind you. What's the story of this? Front and center.
So, well, every MLB team has a City Connect jersey. And the Phillies released this 2 years ago. And it's actually inspired by the Declaration of Independence.
Really?
So this is actually the font used at the very top of the Declaration of Independence.
Oh,
and then they
wow.
have a nice, cool ombre finish with the blue and yellow as a nod to the Pennsylvania state flag. So that kind of was the inspiration for my fictional baseball team, the Philly Sillys, because I wanted it to be a nod to Phillies, but not be their traditional, red and white pinstripes or even their throwback powder blues.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was kind of my little nod.
I love it. I love it. Well, this is so cool. This is so cool to have you aboard. And our very first novelist who's come on the show. And you know what? As someone who personally, I'm actually publishing a book right now with the University of Tennessee Press, and it publishes July 28th. And so I have a deep appreciation for anyone who publishes books because I think we started 2 years ago. Kristen, 2 years ago, and you've published 11. I mean, how are you still standing here?
Well, once you find something that you really are passionate about, it's very easy to do. Although it does get harder as you go because of demand and, events and stuff. So then it's like, okay, how do I section out my time appropriately to write and do all the things in the indie author world?
I love it. All right. Well, your author bio says you've had your head in the clouds and your nose in a book since day one. Similar, by the way, to Benjamin Franklin, who I just learned a bunch about at the Founding Footsteps walking tour in Philly with Tim. I just went there recently, and I literally,
nice.
we're talking about the past 48 hours, Kristen, I've been in your home city.
And that's cool.
So I'm fired up. This is like perfect timing. And like Ben, you got your first book published before you even started high school. All right, walk me through that moment. What was the book about? And you were only a tween. Tell me about this.
So you're actually going to really laugh because the first book that I had published was in first grade.
All right.
And we got to go through the whole publishing process, the drafting, the second drafts, then getting the final book published. And you got to pick one book to get laminated.
Okay.
And you got to illustrate it. And then the teacher would bind it together. And then when you were done, you got to read it in front of the whole class. And what was it about? Sports.
All right.
It was about the Super Bowl at the time, which was one of the last times the Cowboys were in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl with Michael Jackson as the halftime show. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it just goes a testament of how old I am. But
one of the Buffalo Bills where they did not win.
Yeah.
But they've been there a bunch, but they just have not been able to close the deal. And maybe they can this year. I know every year I think a lot of Americans are cheering for them to win just because we're like, come on, this has got to be
give them one. Yeah, give them one.
give these folks one. America wants to see these guys win one. All right, Josh Allen, pressure's on you. All right, you're a fully published, self-published. So that's my first question is you've had 11 books. Why do you keep self-publishing? Is it because you are following the Ben Franklin code of you want to run the whole and own the entire process, by which he made gazillions off, by the way, if you go back to the history. I mean, he owned the writing, the producing, the printing. I think he even owned the Benjamin Franklin Press right there, and he created the U.S. Post Office as well. So are you trying to follow in his footsteps, or have you ever thought about getting a publisher?
So that's a loaded question, actually. I was laid off from my job, and I mostly thought, hey, why not chase after my dream of publishing a book, just to spite everybody? Yep. So I did that, and I kind of never looked back.
You went after your dreams, Kristen. That's awesome.
But the cool thing about indie publishing is that you don't have a boss. Like, you're your own boss. You get to do everything. You get to have your hand in everything. And I'm a very hands-on learner, so I've done literally everything in the process, to writing, to editing, to formatting, to designing my own covers, to doing my own marketing, to doing my own distribution. So yeah, it's a lot.
Ben Franklin Jr. right here, folks. Ben Franklin Jr.
So also a more, if you're an impatient person, that's kind of the way to go, because it's really on your own timeline. When you go trad publishing, you're on somebody else's timeline. And
so it doesn't take you 2 years. It doesn't take you 2 years to publish a book, right?
No. I'll say with the Philly Sillys books, it's taken me about a year from start to finish, writing, editing, formatting, releasing the books. So.
Okay. I mean, at least, I tell you what, that's half the time that it can be with some other publishers. But, at the end of the day, you want speed. I mean, if you think about it, 11 books, is that 11 years of writing?
So no, I actually started in 2022, December 2022.
You can't count the first one, but that'd be 10 books since 2022. Am I correct?
So yes, and then my 11th book is to be a hockey romance set in Philadelphia that my readers have been begging me for, because hockey romance is super hot, and now it's even hotter. So I'm like, hey, why not? And then, the Flyers had a 3.8% chance of making the playoffs, and guess where they made it to? The playoffs.
Yep.
So it was a great inspiration to kind of kick in the pants to go do it.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's spin that the other way, because I know a lot of people are going to want to hear about your new book, especially if it's got some really fun puns to it. But before we go to the books, take me back. You're a Philly sports fan. You grew up that way. So what did the Philly household back in your childhood look like?
Oh my gosh. So it was all my dad. My dad was born and raised in Philly. Me and my brother were both born and raised in Philly. So literally, if there was a Philly sport on, it was on TV in my house.
Yes.
And my dad would yell and carry on and scream and like, blah, blah, blah.
As he should.
Right? Yeah. Like, as Philly sports fans do. And, as a kid in a house that had like one colored TV, you're like, okay, Dad, I really want to watch something else other than Eagles football or a Phillies game. And no, he had to watch it. So I grew up listening to like Harry Callis, and I listened to the radio because on Sunday afternoons after church, he had to listen to the Eagles game. So I grew up on that, and as much as I wasn't into it at the time, I guess it was just kind of a planting a seed for later on. And unfortunately, my dad passed away in 2012, and I would literally give anything to enjoy this newfound love and appreciation for his Philly sports. But I know he's right here.
Yes, you're carrying it on right there, because those childhood memories of those moments, they're now embedded in you. And I mean, you could think about, you just answered part of my questions around where did this come from, but was there ever a moment with your father or with your brother when you're watching a game, was there a game or a moment that literally made you fall in love with the game?
Both of them were just a very slow, gradual interest. I joined marching band, so then I was forced to watch football every Friday. So then I actually understood the rules.
Yes.
And
hold on, you know what a safety is? You know what how many points do you get for a safety?
You get 2 points per safety.
Yes, you got it right too. Let's go, Kristen.
So I got into Eagles football first, and I would watch the Eagles pretty religiously. And then it wasn't until I saw people asking for a Savannah Bananas baseball book that I was like, oh, I should really watch baseball so I can, understand it. So I'm like, of course I'm going to watch the Phillies because that's what's on in my area, and grew up watching them. So I'm like, what? It was easy. And it was very immediate. I jumped on that bandwagon real fast. They were such a great team to fall in love with, especially after their 2022 run for the World Series. And
well, you also have one of the biggest stars in the game, so it doesn't hurt when you're able to power drive that whole. And I saw his images, by the way, all over Philadelphia. I think he's on every other billboard. But the Phillies are in it. I think this year you could see. Let's see where they go. And obviously, I'm going to be cheering for him because right now I'm cheering Philly. It's one thing. Let me just tell you this, Kristen. I didn't just go to Philadelphia. I checked off my 49th state by going on a train to Delaware. That's right, having baked seafood, having a little lunch with my daughter to check 49th. And then we walked the bridge from Philadelphia to Jersey just to check that box. And I'll tell you what, for sports fanatics, I don't know what's going on with Rutgers Camden, but there was nobody there. I get it. The season's over, but I did like the jokes that Tim from the Walkie Tour told me. He said, what was the fun? I'm going to get it wrong, but pretty much anybody that leaves Philadelphia, they can't wait to get back. Nobody wants to go to Jersey. It was just beating up all the Jersey folks. That's what Philly people love to do. But I'm proud to tell you, I walked that bridge. Franklin Bridge, Kristen. I did it. All right, folks, enough about me. When we come back from this commercial, it is now the third inning. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to get into the 11 books, the Philly Sillys, the witches, the dirty baseball puns, and how a self-published indie author ends up with thousands of readers who will not stop talking about her book boyfriends. We'll be right back.
Suffering from dry, tired, irritated eyes? Don't let dry eyes win. Use Sustain Pro. It hydrates, restores, and protects dry eyes for up to 12 hours. Sustain Pro. Triple action dry eye relief.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated weed whacker guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Saturday. Bring it on.
Need a laptop that's built to perform and designed to last all day? Select Windows 11 PCs starting at $499.99 are now at Best Buy. Learn more at bestbuy.com. Best Buy. Imagine that.
Started as a kid with a team to believe in. Every win and loss left my heart still beating.
Welcome back. And we are back with the author, Kristen Iwancio. I just got to get that name right because it's such a cool last name. I want to get it right. The author of the Philly Sillys series. And for you all out there listening, and I know you're out there, especially you Philly Silly fans, I know you can't wait for the next book. Kristen, 11 books is not a small number. Before we get to the Philly Sillys specifically, give us the 30-second tour of your catalog, because you've got baseball romance, which you obviously went out to learn baseball to be able to write. Witch romance. That's right. Witches, not rich. Witches. Bookshop romance. There's a lot of a range here. So tell us a bit more.
So yeah, I kind of started with holiday romances just because they're light, breezy, and easy, and I just
And they
pretty
can
much
get picked
said,
up by Lifetime Television, right? Is it Lifetime?
right,
Is that the
that's my
one
hope.
my whole family
Hallmark.
watches?
They
Yeah.
were kind of Hallmark, but they're a
Hallmark.
little too.
Forget
they're a little
Lifetime.
too-
That's the old school. That says my age. Hallmark Channel. That's it.
they're a little too spicy for Hallmark, but they're kind of the same vibe. So yeah, I started with two little holiday novellas, and then I actually wrote a book about it's inspired by my summers at the Jersey Shore. So that was a Jersey Shore romance between a librarian and an author. And then I went into my other fandom, which is Outlander. So I kind of did a modern day Outlander. A woman down on her luck goes to Scotland and falls in love with the bed and breakfast owner's son.
Okay.
And then, yeah, my witchy romances, that was inspired by like Hocus Pocus and all those like
Such a great movie. I watch it every Halloween. How can you not?
I watch it like every day in October, and it's just ingrained in my brain at this point. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like the lighthearted Friday night version.
Not Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That one didn't make your cut. That didn't make the cut.
Everybody wants me to write dark romance. So I'm like, I just can't. I can't do it. I'm way too bubbly and light, and yeah. So that was that one, and then I wrote sequels to both of those books, and then I also have a billionaire romance because everybody needs one of those in their repertoire. And yeah, then it went to sports, and it's kind of staying in sports right now.
Well, I mean, now don't forget, though. I mean, obviously, you're living proof that being a fangirl can pay off in your writing career, but also you're a fan of Star Wars. I mean, any fun fictional space novels as well, potentially?
I have people talking me into some potential ones, so I'm brainstorming ideas at the moment. But I do have a lot of Star Wars quirks in some of my books, and it's really funny when I get messages from people that are like, "Hey, this is from Star Wars," and I'm like, "Yes, it is."
I mean, that's a cult fan base that may be the largest in the world. I mean, in terms of the whole piece, I think Disney would they buy it for like a couple of billion for George Lucas, and now they've made probably $50 billion off of it. So I don't think
that was an easy choice.
Yeah, I don't think George Lucas is hurting, so he's just fine. But that's amazing. All right. The Philly Sillys are born. Now let's get into it. Walk me through the moment the Philly Sillys were born, a fictional banana ball team in Philly. Where'd that idea come from?
Well, due to like trademark and copyright reasons, I can't exactly pull romance directly from the Savannah Bananas.
Fair.
So I had to come up.
Thank you to keep both of us safe.
Yeah, so I had to come up with my own entertainment baseball league, and I came up with my own team and then multiple teams because they go on the road and have to play games.
Right.
And Savannah Bananas, they rhyme, so I'm like, what the heck rhymes with Philadelphia? And just sitting there, I'm like, what if I shorten it to Philly? And then you go through the whole list. I'm like, Philly Sillys, duh. That was kind of immediately a given, and just way too perfect for that. And it would almost exactly fit into the niche of the Savannah Bananas organization. Like, hey, Jesse, give me a call. I'm available. But, and then, I'm like, okay, well, Philadelphia, what else are we going to build off of that? So I'm like, let's come up with a mascot. And the mascot ended up being a pretty crucial part of book 2. And the mascot is a Liberty Bell named Ding Dong.
I mean, who could not have, what's the name of the Liberty Bell?
Ding Dong. Yeah. I was like,
your
puns.
Your puns, Kristen. They get my attention. I just saw the Liberty Ball, but here's the only thing about Ding Dong. That Liberty Ball is broken.
Yeah. Well, Ding Dong does also have a crack in the bell shapes, but it goes full gritty eyes, and it's
I mean, everybody's got to get a picture with the Liberty Bell, with the crack. I mean, you can't be on the other side. Nobody wants to be on the other side. They want to be on that side, 5,000 people walking through there every minute, and you've got to get a picture with the crack.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's the iconic crack.
Yes. I have no idea where you're going to go with these puns, but I can only smile.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize.
They just come out.
They just come out.
They just pop out. All right. Now, as a Phillies fan, what do you think about Banana Ball? I mean, move out the trademark pieces. And why isn't there a Philadelphia Banana Ball team? I thought the Banana Ball guys were expanding into other large markets.
So that's probably more on Philadelphia than the Banana Ball organization. Because as we know, Philadelphia is a loud and proud sports city.
Yes, they are.
So they are becoming more open-minded to things because, we're going to get a WNBA team and hopefully a female hockey team. We will see. So yes, they're broadening their horizons.
But Kristen, but from a competitive point of view, I don't know. Now that we're talking this out, live, I would actually say you don't want them to be there because the Philly Sillys is your team and your city that loves your books. I mean, they look at you as kind of the Philly Sillys. So you've got a unique niche going right now.
I do. But honestly, to be a part of what Jesse and all the organization is doing right now would be super cool, but kind of slightly off brand, just a little bit, just slightly off brand.
Just a bit outside. All right.
Just a little.
All right. What is the book one? What is the name of the title again?
So it's Nailed It Home Plate. Because what does a catcher do? They nail people at home plate.
Yeah, that's exactly what came to mind right when you said this. And I'm sure all of our listeners, good for you, listeners. Good for you. Good for you. I'm clapping for everybody right now.
Like, trust, the announcers have said far worse on TV than my book titles. So, yeah.
Well aware. Absolutely. All right. You got to walk me through what is the premise of the book. And obviously, I need you to explain this title with a straight face.
So, the original idea was going to be Balls to the Face, but I'm like,
what was the title going to be?
It's going to be Balls to the Face.
Balls to the face.
I mean, that's literally what catchers do. They get balls to the face all day long.
You are right. You are accurate on this.
That was just a little too off color.
Yeah, this is a PG show, and you're allowed to keep going because you're accurate.
So Nailed It Home Plate was a little bit more accurate and a little more tongue-in-cheek and funnier, I think. So, the premise is it starts with the team choreographer, because if you aren't aware, the Savannah Bananas incorporate song and dance into their baseball games.
Yep.
So it's pretty much like ADHD, but on a baseball field.
Yep.
There's everything is going on at once. So she's
I've seen it. By the way, my kids love the Savannah Bananas. I mean, and I think if you're in a lottery system to even get a ticket now. I mean, I remember watching it at a tiny stadium here in Nashville. Now they just sell out Neyland. Now they sell out the Buffalo Stadium. I mean, they sell out wherever they go.
Oh, yeah. Easily. Because they're so fun to watch. And there are a bunch of great people involved in the organization. So, if you can't go in person, watch them on their YouTube channel. Watch them on Disney+. Watch them wherever. Yeah. But, yeah, their social media is great. So the team choreographer, she has a crush on a Major League Baseball catcher who is in Philadelphia. And, his batting average is not the best after he comes back from surgery. So he gets kind of put on the IL, and then he comes back and he gets sent down to the Philly Sillys, which is like the bottom of the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom of the bottom. It's where you move up. Yeah. I got it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
below low A in the baseball standings of teams and stuff. So he hates it because he is paid a lot of money, and he's like, I don't want to do this. This is dumb. And they kind of butt heads all the time. And the stickler is that she has to teach him how to dance because he needs to be included with the guys. And
she's the choreographer then. Yep.
Yes. So the choreographer has to teach him how to dance, and he doesn't want to do it, but something finally clicks, and it's mostly that they realize they like each other. So
Beautiful.
he kind of grows out of being, a stick in the mud and learns to find his love for baseball again. Yep. And that the game can be fun. And
what a great story. Now, how much
it's very fun.
How much is Candace of this story? Because you said you had a background in sports. I don't know about your dating life, but how much is Candace actually you?
So I was a dancer, not involved in dancing. I did dance
I love it. Everything we say on this interview, it has one moment, and then you have to retract and be like, God, let's hold on. We'll clarify that real quick.
So, I was in marching band. I was in a color guard in marching band, so I did not play an instrument. I danced, and I was in dance team, and I took dance lessons and stuff. So, I know the whole terminology and schematics of that as well. So it was kind of a little easy niche. And, all of us ladies have a baseball crush somewhere. I have multiples. So it's kind of just you kind of get to live that dream, except he's now at your workplace and you have to deal with him every day. So it's kind of a nightmare scenario too.
or it's perfect. That's why you said it goes back and forth. All right, now your reviews, and I can already tell just in this interview today, people love your baseball puns. And so you're popping these out, you're reading these out there. They can't get enough. How many puns have you written out there, and which ones have you even said, besides balls deep, that you decided to go the different route, were a little too far? Can you read some of the ones that you haven't actually published that are pretty good?
Gosh, I did have some. Well...
Right now, people are listening. Let me just tell you, the people that are driving in their cars, Kristen, they've been listening to our show. They've had a lot of fins from like celebrity superstars to other super fans. Right now, they are literally waiting in their seat. And they're even saying, JR, be quiet. I need to hear Kristen's puns because this is good stuff. This is good podcasting.
Yeah, so like I have pounding the strike zone. That said a lot. Yes, it balls to the face. What are the other ones? Bases loaded. That can kind of go a little two ways. Yeah. High hard one, right to center field.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and announcers say this with a straight face on.
I know you've got my glasses fogging up. So I mean, they do say it with a straight face. When they say it, you don't even notice it. I mean, I can already tell. One of yours, hold on. What's the name of book 2?
This one's my favorite because this one's very colorful, but it's Working the Mound because it's a pitcher romance. And what do pitchers do? They work the mound.
Yeah, they do.
So, yeah.
Woo! Kristen,
yeah,
that's good stuff. All right, without giving too much away, tell us a little about the premise of Working the Mound.
So, this one's actually a second chance romance. We have the rookie pitcher who joins the team, and he's recruited by the mascot's brother, who is a pitching coach. And she's the mascot. They dated in high school, and now they're thrown together on the same baseball team again. So he's always loved her, and she still has the thing for him too. So it's kind of them growing back together that they were always meant to be, essentially. So,
all right, that's a sweet one. Yeah. All right, do you have a book 3 that you're coming out? And hold on, is the title Deep in the Backfield? I feel pretty good. I just came up with that.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember what the other. I'm debating between 2 titles for it, but it's The First Baseman, and everybody's been asking for a dancing umpire because the Savannah Bananas are very famous for their dancing umpire.
Yep.
And I was really excited to have Jen Powell, who is the first female umpire in MLB. She started last year, so I was kind of like, ooh, female umpire, let's make her dance. And she's the first base umpire, so the first baseman and first umpire, they'll have a lot of time together on the field. So
that's right, but that's a conflict of interest. That's another big conflict of interest because she's going to definitely call him safe when he is out.
The opposite.
Absolutely. All right. Has anyone from the Savannah Bananas or the Phillies ever reached out to you with all these books that are growing in popularity?
Not reached out because of that. I am well known in the banana ball circuit.
I love it.
I actually had a reader reach out. Well, a reader reach out because she took my book to one of the games and said, "Oh, hey, the Party Animals know about your book," who is another team for the Savannah Bananas. And I was like, what? And she sent me pictures and video, and I'm like, oh my God, they really know about my books. This is so weird. So now it's a thing where people will take my books to go get signed by the team.
So clever, yes.
And it's a fun memento. Plus, it's a fun read before you go to the game.
Yeah.
So so the guys will sit there and be like, oh, this book. Or they're like, oh, I love this book. Or it's a whole gamut of responses, and it's really funny. And I talk to a few of the guys, on a fairly regular basis and stuff. And they're super nice and they're super fun about it. I mean, respect boundaries and everything. This is all fictional world and stuff. Yes. So, but yeah, they're super fun. And the Phillies do know about it, but I have not heard anything in response. But yes.
Well, maybe they're going to take you to the Phillies and get some of the players to sign it as well, because I can already feel, Kristen, you're like turning into a cultural individual across both Savannah Bananas and potentially the Phillies. And I find that to be I find that to be pretty intriguing. All right, it's now time for Desert Fan Island. That's right, the Philly Sillys edition. You get to pretend you're by yourself in a Philly Sillys stadium. Just you, by yourself. Up on the big screen, the Jumbotron, you get one movie. You get one musical act, one food, one drink, and one person to be there. Are you ready? Number one, what movie are you going to watch over and over and over again?
Star Wars Return of the Jedi.
Oh, that's such a good one. Because they got Ewoks. Everybody loves the Ewoks.
Yeah, I love that one.
All right. Musical act. You're going to have the musical act going.
Bare Naked Ladies.
If I had $1 million, I'd buy you a house.
They're
That's a good one.
Live. They're so good live. And they're so easy to sing too. So, yeah.
I love it. All right. One food.
Soft pretzels, duh.
Ah, that's good. With mustard, plain?
Plain.
Go for it. All right. One drink. One beverage to enjoy your pretzel.
I'm a Diet Coke girl.
All right. And one person.
My dad.
By the way, you can pick your dad, but I'm going to give you your dad, but you get to pick one fictional character from all the books you've created. Which fictional character are you going to throw in there?
That's so difficult. That's like asking your favorite child.
Come on now. Come on. You've got one. One you developed.
Jamie Reams from the first book, From the Other Home Plate, kind of launched me into stardom, so he's kind of my favorite child.
I love it. All right, I'm going to give you another bonus. One Phillies legend gets to watch all this too.
Oh, John Kruk.
I love it. You had it. You nailed it. All right, it's time for a quick break. Subscribe, leave us a review, go grab Kristen's books, and we're coming right back with the buzzer beater.
This episode is brought to you by Starbucks.
That is fire. Whoa, that's good.
This might be the drink of the summer.
Okay, I like this one too. I'm rocking with it. Okay.
Try it for yourself. Starbucks Refreshers Concentrates are coming home. Find them in the coffee aisle and make it yours.
Yeah, cool.
A Lego set is a gift that always clicks. And clicks.
The end of the final lap, and we've got a champion.
And clicks. For kids who love everything on wheels, choose a Lego set. A gift that always clicks.
I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Cocktails up here feel just right. Is Cambria amazing? All right. Bring a date, your team, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com. See you on the roof.
Started as a kid with a team to believe in. Every win and loss left my heart still beating.
All right, we're back with Kristen, the famous author of the Philly Sillys. All right, Kristen, I need to know a little bit more about fandom, creativity, and legacy. So for a second, because as someone who just finished my own book, I know how much of yourself goes into the book. You said your writing is still a dream, but are you writing more than anything else? Have you thought about doing anything else? Any types of books outside of the fiction you've been doing?
See, that's the problem is once you get started, it's finding time to write all of the ideas that you have. So I was like just random little offshoots of ideas that just come to me randomly. And I would love to sit and write all day long, but being an indie author, you have to do literally everything. So my time is split and my time is precious. So yeah.
All right. Well, something bigger, a much bigger question. There's clearly a huge audience of women who love sports and have not always seen themselves reflected in sports culture. Let's just face the facts. It's true. Do you feel like your books speak to that? And I answer my own personal, so you can't use that answer, is that the fact that people are taking your books to Savannah Banana games and probably futurely to Phillies games to get signed tells me they are. But what do you feel?
So with my Philly Sillys series, I'm specifically highlighting women in sports. So the first one is a choreographer position, which is not very well known in sports, but in Banana Ball, yes. The mascot, who is a very under-celebrated person when they don't have the mascot costume on.
That's right.
And
you're
then
not allowed to even speak. As a mascot, you're not allowed to speak.
Yeah.
I mean, you just wear the mascot.
It's all physical comedy. That's all it is.
Yep.
I'll have a female umpire. I'll have a female player also included in this. And still kind of maneuvering some of the other options that I have out there because in sports romance, it's usually like, oh, there's a physical therapist that's involved or a manager that's involved. But I kind of want to shine more light on maybe a female announcer because not many teams have that. The Orioles do, and she's amazing.
All right, what about a female surgeon? Have you thrown that in there yet? You know, the person who's going to help repair someone who gets
hurt. I love the pit like everybody else does, but I do not have that brain power to do medical terminology and stuff.
You can't just make it up. I can't AI just do it for you?
Oh, no, we don't do AI. AI is very wrong. No. We leave that in the trash.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. What do you want people who have never been to a Phillies game or Savannah Bananas game or never even picked up one of your romance novels, how do you want them to feel after reading one of your books?
So always say that they are a very lighthearted, easy read because the world is so stressful and very depressing. And I don't want my books to be anything like that. They are an escape. They are a feel-good romance.
Yep.
And it's going to be a partner that takes care of you and spoils you rotten. So it gives you what you want. So we all need that in our lives.
Well, I've had a lot of these interviews. I think yours may be one of the top where I've laughed the most. So, I mean, you got me. And you also made me feel uncomfortable. I mean, that's rare because I feel like I see and hear everything. All right. It's now time for the buzzer beater, rapid fire. Kristen, quick answers. Are you ready? Number one.
Okay.
Phillies or Flyers? Both are in their championship series right now. Pretend they are. Which one are you watching? You only get one.
Phillies.
All right. Best player in Phillies history? No debate.
Oh, gosh. I can't pick Lenny Dykstra because that's who I grew up with.
Oh, there you go. All right. Savannah Bananas. Who's your favorite player? Or from the Party Animals. You can choose either one.
Well, okay. So Ryan Rodriguez is a pitcher for the Party Animals, and he has been so excited about my book. So I'm like, I got to give it to him because he's my biggest cheerleader.
I love it. I hope he gets to listen to this interview.
Yes, right.
All right. Star Wars or Outlander? You can only keep one.
Star Wars.
All right. Favorite Star Wars character?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Why?
He was my teenage awakening, essentially. Like, I'm like, he is really cute, and I like his accent. And he's a Jedi. He's a good guy. And honestly, all of my book boyfriends kind of have that same persona where they're what we call in the book world a green flag. They're not a red flag. They're all green flags.
I love it. That ties back to your love for Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
All right. The hardest scene you've ever had to write across all 11 books?
Oh, I don't do it very often, but I've done like breakup scenes and you really kind of have to get in a weird headspace for that. And yeah. You got to mentally prepare yourself for that. Everything else is easy, but
even to write
the more
it,
emotional stuff.
The people that are going through it, they're preparing themselves. But even to write it, you've got to put yourself in that position. That's interesting. Okay. If the Phillies win the World Series, what are you doing? And how are you going to work it into book 3?
Okay, so there's a weird thing that goes with this is that nuances I put in my Philly Sillys books, they've actually come true.
Really? Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's really weird. So the next book I'm going to put the Phillies winning the World Series. So hopefully that works. And then I'll know that I can really make this happen.
I mean, if that happens and this interview caught it today, and it's going to be clearly before the World Series, going to air before the World Series, and people are listening to this and it comes true, you should be invited to the president's box.
Right? I really should. Hey, look, I sat behind Dave Dabrowski at spring training, so we're buddies now, but not really.
He needs to ask for your autograph. That's what needs to happen. He's going to be asking you for your autograph. There's no question. Right? All right, Kristen, you wrote 11 books full of romance, witches, and dirty, dirty old baseball puns. When you get to the pearly gates, what are you asking forgiveness for?
Oh, that's a very deep question. Oh my God.
I like to go. I get this to all of our guests.
I am 1,000% unapologetic for what I've written. So not asking for forgiveness there because I've made people happy and I've given people a character that they connect with and don't have to feel alone about. So, I mean,
oh, I love that. That's a good answer.
If I've made anybody mad, I don't like making people mad. So I'd be like, please forgive me for all the people I've made mad.
I don't know how anyone can be. I do not know how anyone listening to the show or reading your books you could ever make mad. So great answer. Great answer. All right, I love this. All right, where can our listeners find all 11 books and keep up with what's coming next?
So I have social media. I have a TikTok, a Facebook, Instagram, and I'm on Threads, and they're all k.iwancio writes.
All right.
Threads is the fun place. So I'm usually more unhinged there. But you can also buy my books on Amazon. You can go to your local indie bookstore, which I love indie bookstores, so please go there first, and request my books if they don't carry them already. And I also have a website, which is just kiwancio.com, and you can order signed copies there and also see where I'm up and coming, so you can meet me at a book signing.
That's awesome. So many people I hope are listening, and please show up for those, because I can only imagine being in person and getting an interview is so much fun. You got to get that autograph, folks. So be sure to follow her and get out there. Kristen, you got your first book published in first grade, and you have not stopped since. You grew up screaming at televisions in Philadelphia. You fell in love with stories. You discovered the Savannah Bananas, and somehow you found a way to put all of it together in 11 books, which makes people laugh, just as you said, root for the underdog, and clearly blush. And sometimes glasses fog up. You remind all of us, especially those of us who are first-time authors, that the best stories come from the things we love most. This is the Superfan Diaries. I'm J.R. Green. Pick up Nailed at Home Plate and Working the Mound. Links in the show notes will be provided. And while you're at it, follow, review, and nominate your favorite superfans at superfandiaries.com. And remember, if you make one person smile today, you've had a great day. Make them laugh even better. Go get them!